Our understanding of addiction largely comes from an experiment that was done, I think, in like the 50s or 60s, where they put a rat in a cage. There was one thing of water where it was plain water and one thing that was laced with drugs. And in short order, the rat discovered the drug-laced beverage and loved it, drank more and more until it killed itself. And our understanding of addiction largely comes from this study. There was a guy named, I think his name is Bruce Alexander, who said, hold on, it's flawed. The whole study is flawed because rats, like us, are social animals. And we put a rat by itself in solitude. Of course, it became an addict. But that's not what you're supposed to do with social animals. So he recreated the experiment where he put, first of all, he put lots of rats in the cage. So it was social, community. They put wheels and mazes, and they were having kids and babies, and two waters, a plain water and the drug-laced water. And they could see from the data, they knew which ones, and they all tried enough of the drug-laced water to get addicted, but they didn't. Their taking in of the water declined, and they only drank the plain water, which starts to give evidence that if we have close friendships, if we live in community, perhaps we're less susceptible to all addiction. And I know that there's a lot being talked about the addiction of social media, the addiction of cell phones, which is true. It is a highly dopamine-producing device, that it's causing loneliness. I would argue that if we worked on the friendships, and more important, if we taught our children how to be friends, that perhaps they are less likely to get addicted. So when you talk about what's the global responsibility, we're teaching people how to do everything. We're finding the hacks for everything. One thing we aren't doing is the old-fashioned, hard, slow thing of making friends.